Real Madrid pretty much into the last four of the Champions League after a 3-0 away win over Juventus. Only Juventus' second defeat in 76 games at the Juventus Stadium. Real into the Champions League semi-finals for a record 13th time and looking very good for a third consecutive title. They're warming up nicely, and particularly if that man Ronaldo continues doing what he's doing in the style in which he is doing it. And I wonder, we talked then about the greatness of him, the technique, the continuing to improve and changing his game. Is there a sense that it's now time to give him the same sort of love that Messi's has always received? And I wonder why he hasn't always gotten that.
Well, I think, I don't know either of them, but looking at them from a distance, over the years, when Ronaldo scores a goal, there's arrogance where he sort of stands in a pose, which a bit like a Spanish bullfighter, if you like, and that'd be arrogant. And he wants to enjoy the moment. He wants the cameras on him, and his teammates will eventually come over to him. Where Messi, if he scores a goal, there's none of that posturing. He would go to his teammates, and it's and I've asked people. I mean, that could be. They might be the complete opposite. On the face of it, Messi's a really lovable, nice little guy, and Ronaldo's not. But I can only tell. I've asked. I work with someone who knows Messi in another life and another job I do back in England, and I work with someone who played with Ronaldo, and both these guys have said that they're both great guys. They're both in the dressing room, completely natural, nothing really big head about them. They're completely natural, part of the team, part of the banter. Take the banter on the chin and deal with it. And in Ronaldo's case, he's seemingly more than that. Ask Gary Neville about him, and he says he is a proper lad. Someone that you'd like a night out with. You would enjoy his company in and around the football club. And of course, if you're lucky enough to be in the same team as you, he's going to help you win lots of trophies, which is a bit of a real bonus. Yeah. But I've only ever heard good things about the two of them, and that's not coming from people that would be in awe of them or people that wanted to be their friend because they were famous and world-class footballers. These are people who are batting on the same level as them. Do
you think people are starting to not care anymore about the fact that he might be a bit vain and a little bit sort of, as Graham says, the strutting matador type? I mean, does that all matter?
It doesn't matter now. He's a showman, isn't he? And some of the Graham said before as well, we've got to remember now we're living in an age of two great players. They don't come along. They don't come along too often.
There's no one else on the horizon.
No, there isn't. There isn't. For all that we'll talk about, even look at Paulo Dybala tonight. He's nowhere near that level. Absolutely nowhere near that level, and it's been proven again. Who's this next player that's going to step up to be the next Messi, the next Ronaldo? These two players are going head to head. They're driving each other to get better and better, season upon season. Now, for all Ronaldo, what's he, 33 now? How long can he go on for? I don't know, 3-4 years, whatever it's going to be. But when he's producing moments like that, like he's done tonight, you just want to savour it and think, let's hope he's around for 5-6 years. And if he's not, let's savour these moments tonight, because they're great moments.
You say he's getting better. He's not getting better and better. What he's doing is modifying his game to still be extremely effective. And that might mean he'll score more goals like that. It might mean he'll score more goals full stop. Because, he's not... In his pomp, it was about creating and scoring. Now it just seems to be more about scoring. Although 3 goals tonight, he scores 2 and sets Marcello up for the other one. But it might be about him conserving his energy, play the width of the box, and we see that he can leap like a stag. He can generally out-jump anyone he wants to, and he's got the athleticism to do what he did tonight, which is unique. Anyone can attempt that, but very few people can execute it to such perfection as he did tonight.
Before we see it again, I want to ask you a question. He's already been maybe one of the best all-round players, if you like, in terms of a wide player, creative player, early in his career. As a pure centre-forward now, where does he rank for you in the history of what you've seen in the game?
Well, I think it's an impossible one to answer, because would he see himself as a centre-forward? He would see himself
goal scorer.
Yeah, that's a better question.
Yeah, as a
goal scorer, he's up there with the very best. He's not, he's not a Suarez type of goal scorer. He's a scorer of, I don't know, the truly spectacular as we saw tonight. And then his first goal tonight was just that, I wrote down here, he sees a different picture to anybody else. I know you want to pick holes in maybe the way Juve defended, but I don't see how what else they would have done to stop him scoring that goal. He sees a picture, the play's developing. We would all see a picture a certain way. He sees it completely different. He's got, and it's not like he got lucky tonight, because he does that all the time. He must get lucky every time.
And that's the key.
It's a picture he has in his head, Tommy.
Vision, yeah.
It's a picture. How the play's developing. He's going to play it there. His body shape tells me he's going to go there. That defender's not seen me for a millisecond. I'm going there. It's just a sixth sense that these very, very special players have.
We'll come back to that first goal again, but let's just look at it.
Where do we start? Right? Where do we start?
Let's stop yapping on.
Well, it's just sensational. And yes, all right. And again, Graham's talked about, many have tried it, many can attempt to do that, but to get up so high with the look how high the athleticism, just the technique to actually get the perfect contact on the ball, to keep Gigi Buffon rooted to the spot. There is not many people that could attempt it.
Watch Bazagli here. Watch the guy. Watch his reaction in the middle of the watch. He just set up. Puts his palms up. What can you do?
That says it all. The appreciation inside Turin in Turin tonight for that moment. It's amazing. It is amazing. They've witnessed something extremely special tonight, and Ronaldo certainly appreciates that.
Yeah, that was a really nice moment.
Yeah.
So often these Champions League nights we're talking about maybe niggly moments and people getting sent off and diving and the less positive sides of the game. But it really felt like the crowd in Turin had just seen their team getting beaten, but
they're not used to that.
And they're not used to that, but they can still show appreciation for that moment.
Yeah, I think you'd have to be a moron not to appreciate that. That's football on another level. As I said to you, there's the greats, and then there's a handful of come beyond being great, and he comes into that category. And most of the game, certainly in the first half, they were booing him. They were booing Ronaldo, and I said to you, I don't know why you'd boo him. Just appreciate him, and then he's sort of rubbed their noses in it with that goal.
I think we even look at his manager. His manager was a great. Zinedine Zidane was a great, but I doubt even Zinedine Zidane could produce that sort of.
Well,
technique.
he did that in Glasgow European Cup final.
That was
a left foot volley, wasn't it? Yeah. But it's just everything he does. And you say before, we feel as though, is he on the way? And early on this season, we were talking about it before Christmas. We were saying, is he going to be able to continue to carry this team to Champions League glory again? And tonight it suggests that he can. He can do it.
Will we see it again?
Yes, please. Can we just hold it on Bazagli? Because Bazagli, I think his words, or lack of words, says everything.
It was a beautiful moment. We will see it again after the break. Head over heels, Ronaldo and Real on their way to the Champions League semi-finals for a 13th time. Lots more to come after this. Tail of the tape from Turin after an imperious Champions League performance by Real Madrid. 52% of the possession, 6 attempts on target away from home, 14 attempts in all. They were very, very good tonight. Graham, you were making the point when you joined the lads in commentary just before Ronaldo's goal that the switch that Zidane had made would see Ronaldo trying to put pressure as an out-and-out striker on Chiellini, and that's sort of what happened before the goal.
Yeah, they were losing the midfield battle at that time, and then he took Benzema off and Vasquez on. Isco off the wider area, Vasquez out there, and Isco just behind Ronaldo. And they wanted to get Ronaldo in a race. Ronaldo, for whoever he is, he's quick, even today. Yeah. And that's where they got the second goal from. I mean, Chiellini panics, Buffon panics, and that's where the spectacular goal comes from. But I mean, Real Madrid at that time were retreating, which forces the two centre. But this is Marcelo, just not a great ball. But at this point, he's looking over his shoulder. He doesn't know where Ronaldo is, and then he's panicking. I blame Buffon. Buffon is looking at the whole picture. He's looking at the weight on the ball. He's looking where the ball's going to land, and he should have been commanding the situation, screaming at Chiellini to let it run through, and it ends up there. I mean, but I'm laughing because there's just no stopping.
Should De Chilio cover back better there, Kevin?
Well, you can make that as an argument, I suppose, that Ronaldo reacts quicker. De Chilio's actually pulling away from it. I mean, there'll be some people that will be arguing that's dangerous play, Tommy. That's what people will actually. Some people might suggest that.
Well, we've done the gushing over the goal.
Do you know what, though? Yeah, I mean, if you look at it from a negative side, I think
you're on your own here, by the way. If you're looking at it from a negative side.
No, I mean from De Chilio, yeah. Does he see the runner? Does he get closer to him? Yeah, it isn't great defending. I didn't feel it was great defending for the first goal, but you just got to just applaud that and just love every moment
See when
of
you
that.
analyse his movement for the first goal, where he's out the picture and he's looking at the ball, where the ball's coming from, and he makes the right movement.
Yeah.
I come back to it. Is that coincidence? He always makes the right movement. He does it for the second goal as well. He's looking along the line. The guy's going to cross it. I'm going to go there.
Is that an instinct thing?
Yeah. Yeah, I never had it. I never had that. I think I come back to it's a picture he has in his head.
I mean, I think even for the third goal, when he sets Marcelo up, he pulls away from play, gets himself into a goal-scoring position, if you like, because they think that he want to open his body up to get the strike away, and instead then he sees a different picture and sees the run from Marcelo. He gets himself into positions that cannot be marked.
Do you, on the negative, on the Juve side, do you agree Buffon is looking at the ball being kicked by Marcelo? He sees the pace on the ball.
Yeah, maybe we can see that again while the lads are talking about it.
He sees that Chiellini is panicking. He does, because Chiellini's looking that way and Ronaldo's on this side of him. He's got command at all situation. He's got to be the one telling him to leave it. The ball's going to run through to me. And when Chiellini looks over his left shoulder and doesn't see Ronaldo, that's when the bells are starting to ring in his head here.
Well, I think it is. I think ideally,
he looks over his shoulder there. No, he can't see him at this point. Look where that ball has bounced. That ball is clearly going through to the goalkeeper. He's got to be shouting for him to leave it, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
And then here, after Buffon saves it, you think you've weathered the storm. Not a problem. And this is the bottom one of it. Look at Ronaldo. Look, why has he made that move? He's looking. Watch this. Look, watch. He gives himself a chance to go. He comes in a bit. He gives himself a chance to go either way, in the way or out the way, for the cross. And that, it's just another level of football.
It's brilliant, but you look at it. Yes, of course, it's just a world-class finish, but it was preventable.
And that little bit of confusion there. Maybe explain why you.
Well, it is, I think, as well. I mean, I think again what Graham touched on. It's like putting Ronaldo through the middle on his own, Isco off him. It just gives him something different to think about. Ronaldo wasn't dropping a little bit deeper like perhaps he was maybe in the first half. He was the one that was prepared to go straight through the middle. It's come from nothing. The goal it has, and
it wasn't a good pass from Marcelo.
No.
It was just a hit and hope ball. Let's get him in a race.
Let's have a look at that third goal again. You touched on it briefly there, Kevin. Ronaldo involved, an assist this time.
Yeah, I mean, Marcelo got forward. I mean, he did this throughout all evening, getting forward. He found himself in the penalty area so many times, and it's a great goal. Again, I mean, yeah, Marcelo does brilliant again. His little nutmegs, I think, in the middle of it. That's the little nutmegs there. It's beautiful. And it's Ronaldo peeling away into a position. Yes, clearly onside. The ball is perfect. The run is perfect. And it's just like that little bit of awareness as well as Buffon's diving down at his feet, just to lift it over him and then give himself that chance. It's come off the back of Dybala getting sent off, but it was just how they opened.
He weathers Chiellini's. He managed to wriggle through of Chiellini, touched all of him by the scruff of his neck as he goes through there, but he got.
It could have been a penalty.
Yeah,
and just.